Happy Monday, everyone. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Kimberley, and I'm excited to talk to you today. I apologize for missing last Monday. I had a lot of things going on in my personal life, and I just came to the computer on Monday morning to prepare for my last week's episode and just was not happening. And I really want to thank everyone for your comments and your emails. And I'm really happy to say that you missed my Monday art tips. That was great news for me. I really appreciate your time every Monday. And I want you to know that I realize how valuable your time is. So last week, when I was just not feeling it, I decided I was just not up for the task and I didn't want to waste your time. When you show up to my 10-minute Mondays, I want you to know you're going to get great value from my discussions. So if I'm not on board, then I felt it best to take a week away. So today I've got some good things to talk to you about. I want to talk about how difficult it is to learn to paint. It is so not easy, and I have a lot of my students have frustration when they come to class and they're just not getting it really quickly, and it's like really a challenge to get the theory down pat. I want to talk to you about an article that one of my students, Brenda, sent to me, and it's an article that was written by Robert Genn, and I've posted the link in the comments. Hi, Mika. I've checked out the comments in the link beneath the video. He does a weekly newsletter. He has passed away now, so his daughter takes over. There is great information in his free in these types of art tips. He's got some valuable information. In his recent one, he talks about the Matthew effect, and Robert Genn applied that to art and said how important it is for artists to learn the art theory and to really get an understanding of composition, line and shape, color. All those artists that have the theory behind their work will do better. They will exceed far better than those who do not have the theory. So it's kind of backs up my belief in art. And the thing is, that makes it hard to paint because a lot of students show up to art class and they think they're just going to come and have a good time and throw some paint on a canvas and it'll be easy. But they do not realize how much thought process is going into each and every stroke. So at the end of the 2-hour lessons, a lot of my students are really tired and fatigued and their brains are like taking a holiday. But they have to remember that with every single paint stroke, they are having to think about the color that they are mixing on their paint palette. They're thinking about the shape of that brush stroke. They're thinking about whether or not it's in the right place. They're thinking about if it's light or if it's too dark or if it's the mid-tone. They are having to think about whether it should be a cool color or a warm color, and that's just one single stroke that they have to think about all of these things in that stroke. So that is why painting is not easy. My one student said to me the other day that this doesn't come naturally to me, and it doesn't come naturally to any of us. It takes time, it takes patience. And it is no different than learning any new skill. You have to just put the time in. You have to really practice. Practice makes perfect. That is how it is with painting as well. And every time, I was thinking, I've never learned to play an instrument. I'm not musically inclined. I wish I were, or I wish I was. But I think it's similar to learning how to paint. When you're learning to play the piano and you have to know every single note, and I'm thinking about what I've seen people do where they're playing chopsticks, and then I can see people like David Foster playing incredible tunes. It is like that. Painting is no different. And at the end of your musical career, it comes easily. And it is the same with painting for the most part, not always. I've had days where it has come so easy, and I've stood back from my canvas at the end of a painting day and wonder how on earth did I ever manage to do that. And I would actually study my own strokes and go, how did I think to do that? I didn't have to think about all those things. It did come naturally. And then the next day I'll go in and nothing will flow right. There are days when it just doesn't connect. You have to be in the flow, and those are the magical moments, and we can all get there. And so I encourage all of my students to just stay with it. And once you know the rules, you can break the rules. So keep that in mind, that you've got to get through this theory bit, the exhausting bit, the difficult bit, and then you will totally get to that exciting place. And then the exciting place the next day won't be so exciting. It's a bit of a roller coaster being an artist, but it is so worth the effort. And I want to talk to you also about, I posted in the Caprice Fine Arts community in their page that a David Bowie video that I love. And in that video, he does a quote saying that as an artist, if you are in a place where you feel really safe and confident and it's really coming, then I'm paraphrasing, then you need to go one step further. If you're feeling really confident and it's coming good, then you're not in the right place, he said. So you want it to be difficult. You don't want it to come easy. To really push yourself, you have to keep pushing that envelope, pushing the edge, and really kind of make it work. So that's the life of an artist. And as I was doing my research, I wound up clicking on another David Bowie video, and he said that being an artist is dysfunctional because we are always trying to do things that, he said, it matters. Culture is an added thing in our life. And he says it's not the same as, putting food on your table and supporting your family. It's not a necessity, but it is a necessity. And it's a different world. I can't imagine my life without culture. Can you imagine your life without culture? I just can't even fathom it. And art is the most powerful thing of all, I think. That's what gets us through these difficult times. I think a lot of us are having difficult days. And culture is where it's at. Music is where it's at. Okay, what else do I want to... Oh, yes. I want to go right back again for 1 minute to that comment I said about you have to learn the rules to break the rules. Now, a lot of people, again, want to go in and just throw paint around, and they talk about abstract paintings and say, oh, I could do that. Let's go in and just have a good time. Slapdash, here we go. And you look at it, Jackson Pollock painting, he literally threw cans of paint onto a canvas and called it art. And you know what? He had all the theory that I teach, the composition, the line, shape, the value, all of it was there. It was all premeditated. Is that the right word? He had it all planned out. His whole composition, everything was there in his head before he started throwing paint. So if you want to learn how to do an abstract painting, you first have to learn what it is you see. You have to learn reality. You have to learn how to interpret what is around you. And then you can take it in the next few steps forward and abstract it. But first, you really need to learn the theory. You have to put the time in. There's no easy way around it. You can't do a simple abstract unless you've got the experience behind you to back it up. It's really, really important. So I wanted to let you guys know that you're just all doing excellent. My students are doing amazing. I'm very, very proud of the work they're doing. And I just wanted to say that, this is what we all go through. Every artist that is a good artist and knows their theory has put in these struggles. It's not easy. It doesn't come natural to any of us. So don't give up. Keep painting. Keep your brushes moving. And if any of you are interested in taking any of my weekly lessons, my classes are full at the moment, but I occasionally have a spot that comes available on Tuesdays and Wednesday afternoons on Zoom. And I also doing a monthly art lecture, which should hopefully be starting in February. I haven't quite set the date for it. My next one will be on light and shadows, which are some amazing shapes and colors and lines and all that fun stuff. So I put a link to my website under my video here today too, if you are interested in any of that. I do hope to see you soon. Thank you again for your time. I really value that you take time out every week to watch these video tips. And if you have anything else you would like me to talk about, Brenda was the one that sent me the Robert Genn newsletter on the Matthew effect, and I found it very fascinating and brought it up today. So if there's something you would like me to talk about, please drop me a note. Have a great week, everyone. See you next Monday. Thanks for showing up.